So feet flat on the floor if you are sitting at your desk in front of your computer, and your sits bones sit firmly on top of your sits bones, those two bony protrusions at the base of the pelvis. And so what you'll notice when you do that immediately is your shoulders, your spine will align without you even having to do terribly much. So try and have your shoulders aligned with your hips and the ears aligned with the shoulders, and just lengthen the spine. You can imagine it's a string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And your head is very slightly tipped forward. The chin is slightly down, not up, not too far forward. So try not to allow the head to pull you out of alignment. And just relax from the crown of the head all the way down to the toes, and stay aligned. Bring the mind to the breath, just noticing the sensation of the air as you're inhaling and exhaling. Try not to be distracted by sounds. And then also notice what's arising in the mind, and just allow it to arise without judgment. So more like an independent observer, just with curiosity, know what's going on in your own mind. And whatever it is that's there, that's okay. And bring to mind all those people of your life, your loved ones, because we'll come back to them in the meditation. Those people that you're not particularly fond of, and then there's our strangers, remembering they can change place at any time. Also remember they're equal, in same as you and me, and their wish to be happy and their wish to be free from suffering. So then we'll do this meditation this morning, particularly for requesting the swift return of the unmistaken reincarnation of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. And we'll also think about Israel, who passed away. Also, you can just imagine he's here with us doing the meditation. And bring to mind Hin, who's not feeling terribly well. So she loves to be at the meditation, so we can also just imagine her here. So imagine Tara is in front of you, in the space in front of you, about 6 to 8 feet away. She has this beautiful, radiant green light body, and she's sitting on a multicolored lotus, and her left foot is drawn in the meditation posture, and her right foot is out. And it's resting on its own little multicolored lotus. And her left foot drawn in indicates her complete and effortless control over her desire energy. And her right foot out indicates her willingness and ability to get up and act for sentient beings. And she's often referred to as the wish-fulfilling Buddha. And she represents the quick capacity, represented as female, to cut through the obstacles, to get things done, and to be successful. And of course, to make us blissful. So imagine Tara as youthful as possible, and she's radiant and young, youthful, full of energy and bliss, and she wears these colored silken garments and jewelry all over her body. On her head, she's wearing this 5-pointed crown. She has jewelry on the crown, probably in her hair as well. If you notice, her hair is up partly, and around her neck, around her wrists, around her waist, around her ankles, on her toes, her fingers. It's all sparkling and light. And imagine that this is the manifestation of the mind of my teacher, my trusted mentor, a spiritual guide, however it is you refer or think about this person in your mind. And she's appearing as he, whoever, whatever gender, is appearing as green Tara. Just think, for my benefit. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Tara, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So now imagine one chakra at a time, this powerful, blissful light coming from each of her 3 chakras, entering my chakras and filling me completely. So first we start with purification, and then we will imagine receiving blessings. So we start with the body, and imagine Lama Tara sends powerful, blissful white light from the Om at her brow chakra. It enters your brow and completely fills you. And imagine that all problems and sufferings and heaviness of body are purified by this light, and that any harm done to any living being with this body and all infinite past bodies is also purified, eradicated completely, not one atom left, as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tu Re Swam. 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 And imagine the light coming again, except this time imagine your body has become a blissful light body, just like Tara's. Indestructible, just like it will be. Just think like this: when I attain the deity's body, the Sambhabakaya. And imagine it's not possible to ever harm others with this body, only to benefit, as we recite the mantra. So just imagine that light coming and filling you with blessings. Om Tare Tu Re Swam. 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 So now our speech. So imagine she sends a red light, this time from the R at her throat chakra to your throat chakra. And this purifies all the problems of speech. So inappropriate speech and useless speech and uncontrolled speech, angry speech, criticism, the inability to express ourselves appropriately, and all the harm that's ever been done to any living being with the speech of this life and in infinite past lives. I imagine it's just totally purified, eradicated by the blissful red light, not one atom left. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaham. 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 And imagine the light coming again, and this time full of the blessings of the blissful, perfect, compassionate wisdom, appropriate speech of Lama Tara, such that whatever sound you utter, and offer is necessarily beneficial to any living being who hears it, including yourself, and all of which is your potential. And really feel full of this powerful energy of speech. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. 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 And now this time, Lamatara sends powerful beams of blue light the sky, from the blue hum at her heart chakra. And this enters your heart chakra. And imagine that all the unhappiness of mind, any confusion, any arrogance, any anger, any jealousy, pride, resentment, insecurities, any hurt feelings, anxiety, self-hate, grudges, bitterness, all of this is totally purified, and that all my delusions, think like this, all my delusions, including the root ego grasping, which is the cause of my own suffering and why I harm others, is totally eradicated. And by this powerful blue light, not one atom left. Om Tare Ture Svam. 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 And again, the blue light comes, filling you full of blissful, omniscient, compassionate, wisdom, kind, creative, brilliant mind of Lamatara. This is your potential. Om Tare Ture Svam. 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 Now this time imagine the three lights coming from Lamatara's three chakras simultaneously penetrating your three places. And this time feeling that even the subtlest stains of all delusion are totally eradicated, not one atom left. And feel very, very blissful as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Ture Svam. Om Tare Ture Swaha. 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 Now imagine that Lama Tara's lotus dissolves upwards into her body, and then she comes to sit above the crown of your head, facing the same way as you, a couple of inches above the crown of your head. And you can imagine her as small or as large as you like. And then just she has this really strong wish to become one with your mind. Remembering this is the mind of your teacher. And she dissolves into green light and just melts into you through the crown, merging with your body and your speech and your mind. And really feel that you are one with Lama Tara's body, speech, and mind, and feel blissful. And think, and this is the section on benefiting others, now that I am Tara, I must lead them to enlightenment. So I come back to the friends, enemies, and strangers. Imagine in front those people you don't like very much, eyeball to eyeball. And in front to the left, your dearest friends, loved ones, spouses, children, and to the right, and everywhere else, and all the rest of sentient beings. And these are our strangers. Above, below, left, right, behind, in front, pervading all of space. And think that they're all the same. They all want happiness. They don't want suffering. And they all possess Buddha nature. Now imagine from your heart, millions and trillions of tiny, tiny green taras emanate, and they enter the friends, the enemies, and the strangers. These little light taras, taking away all of their suffering, giving them everything they need, and transforming them into their own Tara. And imagine this as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Ture Swaha. 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 And finally, all these transformed taras absorb into me, enhancing my own Tara nature. Think like that. So let's just dedicate the merit, all the positive energy you've created doing this purification to all living beings. And by extension, all those people of your life. And Mary, I'm wondering if you have that Leilong Rinpoche's Swift Return Prayer. I think this is quite a short one. So Lamsop Rinpoche. I'm sorry I put you on the spot there. I have it on my desktop if you want it. Shall I grab it? I have it up. Mary, shall I just share it? Oh, you've done it. All right. We'll just do this first one. Let's just do this one. From His Holiness Dalai Lama. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratikya Buddhas, victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, and all the objects of the refuge of infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's Tub precious and complete teachings, 10, Tub 10, through explanation and practice, you wore the armor of patience, Zopa, that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings who suddenly departed to peace, what a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much. I will see some of you this evening, maybe at Mindfulness and maybe at Vajrasattva. Lots of love. Thank you so much for hosting, Mary, and I will see you all later. Thank you.